I know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since your girl been in front of the camera, but what's up? Hey y'all, it's Vannesia Darby here. And for those of you who I don't know, I am a marketing consultant and I do a whole lot of different things. I have been trying to get serious with my own brand. Not that I never took myself seriously, but when you do work for other people, sometimes you put their work before your own until God snatches you back. And it's like, nah, but what I tell you to do. That's where we are right now. But for the purpose of this video, I am going to be talking about some resume tips. When it comes to resumes, it really is about what you have done and not just what you have said that you can do. All right, so that's gonna be your first nugget. We're gonna hop right in. We don't waste any time. All right, your resume should be proof. It should be your receipts. It should be your juice. It's what can you bring to that potential employer. So instead of saying things like, I worked with this program, great. It's great that you work with that program or software, but what was the impact of your time using that program or software? On my resume, I put that I had, Final Cut Pro experience, or that I had Adobe Creative Suite experience, and that's great. But what did I do with that? I added money to the bottom line. I found ways to use passive income with the videos I was editing. Those type of things are what you want to put on your resume. Dollar signs and decimal points and numbers really do matter. What is the impact numerically? Can you quantify your contribution to your previous employer or to your previous client? And that's going to be the very first thing that I'm going to share with you. If you don't have a lot of experience as far as career experience for your resume, you can always put freelance experience and volunteer experience on there. People just want to know, what have you done for them lately? Okay. Tip number 2 is going to be something that I actually got from one of my former career counselors from Bradley University Smith Career Center, Joe Battellini. Now, he has since gone on to be a career consultant for other companies, but one thing he shared with me before he left Bradley University is that a lot of companies are using AI software. Basically, they're running your resume through computers. Instead of saving your nice, pretty resume as a PDF, save it as a Word doc so the company computer can actually read through and pick out those keywords. Long gone are the days where people actually sit through your resume and read and like, oh, this matches with this. No, baby, they using software. Okay, so if they want to know if you have had experience working with children, that means on your resume, it should say worked with children verbatim. It really just puts you in a pool. And if you're not take it into that pool, then you're not even going to be considered for the job. So that was something that I found super interesting, because when I was job hunting, I couldn't get a call back to save my life. And it was like, oh, well, you're putting on these fancy words in your resume, but they're not matching. Make it easy for the computer to find you by having it in a Word doc and also using some of the same words that are verbatim on the job description. Tip number 3 is to read the room, baby. Okay, so you should have different resumes for different jobs. If you are interested in the entertainment industry, that's not going to be the same resume that you use if you're interested in higher education. I have several different resumes that are contingent upon the opportunity at hand. For example, in higher education, they place a lot of emphasis on instruction and learning styles and teaching techniques and publications. So those are front and center on my education resume. But in the entertainment industry, it's all about who you've worked with and naming some of those big 3 companies that are in the entertainment industry, the Sonys, the Warners, the Universal Music Groups. They're going to want to know those type of things in your resume. So tailor your resume to the actual industry that you're in. I know it gets super, super hard and you want to just have a one-shot resume for everything, but baby, we don't do the spray and pray over here, okay? We tailor our resumes to our specific needs. It may take you tailoring down your searches so that you are very particular about what jobs you're applying for. Tip number 4 is a little bit more for the people that are in the job hunting space, is that I highly advise that you contact your career center from your undergrad or even your graduate school. If you are an alum of an institution, pick up that phone and call them and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I graduated in X, Y, and Z year, and I was hoping that I could use your services to help me get a job. You typically have lifetime access to those career centers. My dad actually told me that years ago. So hit them up. All right, hit them up, Blue Cantrell, and let them know. Look, sis, bro, fam, we out here looking for a job. They also can do mock interviews for you, which that is a cool thing. That's when I found out I said words like in my interview style questions, or when I was getting questioned rather. So they will be able to point those things out to you, and you need an objective eye and ear, especially when you're on the job hunt. And tip number 5 is an oldie but goodie, but I wouldn't say it if I didn't see it. Only put stuff on your resume that is relevant to the job that you are applying for. I had an old boss that would tell me, only tell me stuff that matters, right? So sometimes we put that we used to work at Jack in the Box, we used to work at McDonald's when we were in high school. If you are over 25, that may not matter as much. So make sure that you actually put the relevant work experience, volunteer experience, church experience, those type of things that have yielded results, because those are typically also be those same people you would ask for letters of recommendation from. Put that on your resume and, pray about it, y'all. Go out there and do what you got to do. Don't just keep applying for jobs to be applying for jobs. That was it. I know it was a quick video, a lot of jump cuts. We just getting back into the swing of things, but I hope that helped you. Remember, your resumes are about what you have done and what you can do, not just about what you say you can do. All right. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to always speak life. Peace.